Oh, hi Connor. Welcome to the stream. I have an announcement to make. I bought the game. I don't have to borrow it anymore. I bought the game. I saw you on home safety hotline. Went, oh crap. What the heck do I do? And then I realized the game was on sale, and I said screw it. It's one of those days. Hello, Hurricane Master. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be playing Slay the Princess. Let me get the game up on screen, and I need to reposition this later. Don't worry about it. And yeah, it's just we're gonna be going for it. Okay, so if you don't remember, we're basically just trying to get all the forms here. We go for the memories. We have to. Yeah, I think we're in the middle of another run, so how do I fall to a pharaoh captive? Betray her before she can betray you. Which, honestly, the pharaoh ending is probably going to be easier to get through. And then we also have all of these third forms that, well, now I'm back to wondering if the library still works. Kind of might have broken it earlier, I don't know. I mean, we could test later. Your PC is still on home safety hotline, so I can't really... Yeah. Yeah. Let's just... I just want to see... I just want to, like... I want to somewhat go through a bunch of... I don't know how fast it's gonna be. We need to slay her, yeah. Alright.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Oh, and now it's
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Do we keep reading this? It's like the third. This are like third streams. I don't
A warning.
feel like just sitting through it probably isn't the
further.
best idea. I know there's people who probably
She will
haven't
cheat,
played through it, but
and
the
she will
basic
do
gist is
everything in her power to
this
stop you
narrator
from
is trying to get
slaying
you
her.
to kill the princess that's
We're
in
not
this
gonna go
cabin
through
up
with
here.
this, right? She's
Full
a
parallax.
princess. Ignore
Anyway.
him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
And then there's gonna be some just other voice that it's other voice. Currently, I have the voice of the hero, and something tells me we're gonna be meeting more people there. I also didn't realize Justin left it open, so that's fixed now. Oh, that was Justin that was doing that. Oh, you know. Oh, is he back at? Oh, he's. I should have realized that. Yeah, Justin sent me like a message that he was on he was on your computer, and so I somehow didn't piece together that means he's back in town. I don't know what's going on in my head.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
If I remember
The only
correctly,
furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
I think if we want to betray her, something tells me that we're just gonna need to enter the basement without the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient.
Is it fine if I
wood.
talk over the dialogue for this
The
section
princess really
for
lives
this
here.
game, I
Slaying
guess?
her is probably doing her a favor.
I wonder if it's fine because we've been through this we've kind of just been through this loop so many times in previous streams that I don't really think that. And by the time that we're here, if someone needs like help explaining, I can probably just like talk about it for a little bit. But I kind of want to get things going for this one, because I'm kind of in completionist mindset right now. Not full completionist. I'm probably gonna do a majority of stuff off stream because but that's only like after I've done everything I want to do on stream anyway. So
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
oh yeah, I need to move that. Hold on, need to move the box over to. I think around here was like a good thing. Hope I didn't break the library. Of course, I never got around to do the HSH DLC review. I haven't. Oh yeah, that was a thing. I forgot about that.
See. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
I don't think I watched a single stream of this game. If you need help explain, it's the dialogue is in the right place, box is in the right place. But if you haven't seen the, if you want to just ask in chat, I'll probably explain to you. Also, what did you think about the bun in North Berlin? By the way, I saw the sign there. I know you wrote on it. What did you think of it?
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I kind of saw you messing around with it before, so that's fair.
Hi. I can't believe you're here.
It's good fun though, isn't it?
Waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it. You're only making this more difficult.
I mean, the thing is, even if we don't like end up getting the right ending we want, we can try to go down another path and see what we can do there.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
God, her eyes are massive. Yeah, no, that's kind of the art style of this.
Attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top
It
of the
makes your
stairs
certain scenes a lot better or worse, depending on how you see it.
Slide. Is someone else here?
I think,
You tried the door.
yeah, no, it's just locked from the outside,
You're here to slay the princess.
and then
you
you can't really slay the princess unless you.
You make your way
Yeah.
to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for who? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Yep,
hesitates
okay,
before raising
I forgot
her
about
arm
that.
to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with a
Yeah, it
determination.
gives me a lot of this. I probably should have put a
wolf.
mature content warning, but at this point,
As she rips her flesh from her bone,
I think the blood
a sound
stain,
comes from
the
behind
blood
you.
font I kind
The
of
clang
use
of
on
bouncing
the thumbnail
metal.
hopefully gives some indication of that.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, I think we betray her here. Why? We have to.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity
I think I
of a
might have
cornered predator.
Somebody tells me I got the wrong ending, but you know.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again.
Something tells me
as
we went
you're
the
tackled
wrong.
to the ground,
We're into like the
your
wrong
body
route
racked
here.
with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well.
Wait, are
Your
we gonna end up in
blade
the
having
average?
left
Did I do it
deep
too early?
gashes in the princess's back. You
Might have
seize
done
a
it too
moment of
early.
hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around. You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive.
Wants to cinch him
You can
out.
still make sure that she won't make it out.
You can't waver if you
Excuse
really
me?
wanted to.
What is about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts
Do you
of
like-
the situation, and
There is an
honestly,
ending where we
it's a
do end up
miracle
wavering, and that was like
anyone in
the
this room is
first
still
one of the first
standing.
stream, I'm pretty sure.
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward. When the princess lunges toward, the two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you.
We might end up at the
Blood
adversary
pools
ending.
around you both,
Whoops.
and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken.
But I like
One
tells me
way or
differently.
another,
It's rare,
I'll
but it
make
really
sure
does remind
you
me of
pay
the
for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Bewitch. No, this is a new one. Okay, we did it right.
You're on a path in the
I
woods.
think, anyway.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no. What does this mean? I just realized. What is this?
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close
the
to our chest,
opportunist.
and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's just proceed. Yeah.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything
Yeah.
in her power to stop you
Have we
from
been on the
slaying
route?
her.
I know we've seen the opportunist
Unbelievable.
before in
Don't
like several
worry.
other routes, but
You
I
can
feels
trust us
like
to get the job done.
is this voice also using a different ending, or is this like a different form of the princess? It's been a while. I don't remember.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No wrong choices, everybody. Let's take the. We already know. Like, I feel like the mirror on the wall just leads to all the same things. Like, you just like expect it. Mirror tells you you're crazy. You don't know anything. You don't know what's there. I'll enter the basement. Why not? She's like out to kill us. But like, we just enter the basement, right? What's the worst gonna happen?
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah, definitely. Trust me.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you.
You know what would be really
barely
funny?
penetrates the
It's like
gloom here,
if
only
all these roots
illuminating
are
the
like
edges of
straight
the opening
attached to the
below.
princess.
It shines in the darkness.
So it's
like
all-
some
so
kind
it's-
of massive
it is literally
maw
just all hair.
waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Ooh.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down.
Probably.
Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized
I keep forgetting how
your
like
nervous
large
little
her like
footsteps
vocal,
coming up
her
the
voice actress
path.
vocal range is.
I know
It's actually
who you are, and
absurd.
I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk.
Alright,
our
time
way
to
out of
speed
this
check our way
whole
through this.
situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
I mean,
Fine,
it's valuable
fine.
debates.
You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Oh, what the?
You can just make out the shape of the
Not
princess.
exactly
in
what I
the
expected. Like
She's
a witch.
huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
She's a bit feral, if that's what I want to say. Like, hey people are working on the stream, by the way. But yeah, it's looking a bit feral.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
What do I
Made a
want?
comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yep.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
That felt sarcastic, but okay.
Well, you seem to be great at it.
Okay, no, definitely sarcastic.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
There's a pizza for free, doll. Is there because it's more smart? You're okay then. And pizza must go, I guess.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this.
Actually, it's not even a window
My
this
world
time.
is on the line
A lot of
right
other
now,
times it's a window,
so
but
I'd
I guess
appreciate
not
it
for
if
us.
you would take this seriously and slay her.
I guess given that everything's just kind of burrowed into a mound. Yeah.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
True.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Yeah. Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you made. That seems so that is so insincere. You scared me. Yes, our guy got completely startled by the fact that you made your. I guess I did. Oh my god.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder.
Yeah.
And you started it.
Oh my god. We can just leave her in there. I think we did that for the Spectre, right? And then like the witch went completely insane. Or not the witch, the Spectre, sorry. The Spectre went completely insane and just went, we could do that again. We run it back. I mean, what's the worst gonna happen, right? I'm tempted to just do that.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
Abandoning me, are you? Fine then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away. You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
You turn to leave, but as you do, there's a deep walls themselves. Followed by the creak of wood being stretched beyond its limits, the cabin starts to get smaller.
What do you mean it's getting
What
smaller?
the hell is going on? We're getting out of here and saving our skins. That's what's going on. As the roots that make up the walls of the cramped basement
Playing it safe, leave a
close in
suspicious
around you,
character in the
instinct
basement.
kicks in and you bolt upstairs. The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you.
Famous last words, what's the worst cabin? We'll see.
The cabin is smaller than it was before, and it's getting even smaller and smaller.
Oh.
That's fine. We'll just leave. I'm sure you'd like to do that. But unfortunately, there is no longer a front door. The roots have already closed over the only possible exit. What little light peeks through the holes that were once windows is growing weaker as the cabin continues to close in on itself. Shit. What do we do? As your
Oh.
mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Do you hear that, you loathsome thing? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Oh dear. Give up and await your death. What are you about?
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to hear it happen.
Oh my
This doesn't
god.
help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you were tasked to slay her, and why you shouldn't have left her in the basement. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction.
You never seen Miss Ever? Jeez. These roots have a lot of variation. Yeah, they do. Part of why I love this game.
The roots grow ever closer.
Leaving her alone is very consistently a bad idea. Like, considering the fact that we've kind of just,
We know. We can see them.
My god. Like, we're not animals, we're people. We can work this out, we
But
can
we
make
are
things better.
animals. We are. You're nothing but fear and instinct, and that's all I am, too. We don't have to make things better. We can't make things better. We're just meant to chase each other in the dark until one of us catches the other.
Predator and prey.
You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out
Okay,
of
do we even
time.
have an out for us?
Shit. What do we do? What do we do?
Oh my god. This seems so disingenuous, but realistically, I feel like so only our best shot.
Too late. We're both going to
Yep.
die. We're both going to die a splintery and miserable death. And you're going to hate it just as much as you hate me and I hate you.
You slump to the floor as the roots continue to expand.
Oh.
We're never gonna make something of ourselves with that attitude. At least she isn't gonna make something of herself either. At first it's almost gentle, your body being lifted delicately off the ground as the floor shifts beneath you. But the cradle of the growing roots starts to feel suffocating, then unbearably tight. Then that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict.
Like a snake. Let's see. Hold on. I need a reblur's shot. Draw a square around her, then tell her if you exit that square, you might enter my no-no square. That's not how no-no squares work.
The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living cabin.
The suffering is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unfathomable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding with trapped blood.
This is a verifiable fact. This does happen.
And then
Oh,
you pop. Everything goes dark. And you die.
the wild. Feels like just leaving always just leads to something interesting. Oh, what the?
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Wait, we don't start with a narrator this time? What? You would save that square. It's like a Mr. Beast challenge. Where do we draw the square? There's no ground to... There's like no ground to... At least no feasible ground to like draw it on at this point. Well, a bit late for that.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
So that's the other ability to get here. I got here by completely different means. We're treading our own path, boys.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
I like how we're just the crow now. We're just the narrator. That's like the narrator, the beacon stuff.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
I have no idea.
I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
Is this like a slide of a narrator? Oh god.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Why does he want to know? I don't mind where we are right now. It's rather nice. I can hear what everyone is thinking. There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried leaving her in the basement, but she made the cabin come to life, and it crushed both of us into a fine paste. And now we're here, existing.
Why do they all sound so like the? I know the narrator isn't, but the voices sound so relaxed. Is this truly a peaceful space?
And for what it's worth, I'm with him. This is nice.
Okay, yeah, I should really shut up at some points.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
Wait, so are we now? But
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
huh? God, imagine giving this on your first playthrough. That's hell of foreshadowing. This thing. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of options. This thing is watching us. What is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
Let's pick the fourth one next time if you want. Let's see. Troll under the bridge, we're the last speaking. There's a lot of that in this game, and honestly, much of it goes over my head, but you know.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
If I'd have been the first guy, why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I feel like this is an outright reject. I can see where you're going with this, but I feel like this is like somewhat of a rejection of the princess's identity, you know? I kind of don't want to do that. We could also be mean to the narrator. I don't like this one, like the why are you being nice to me, don't you hate me, sort of hate each other. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of options here. Just so many choices. Oh my goodness. So it's just so many options, man.
We can't go back to that.
Oh.
We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful
Oh my god, let's
as
switch up.
this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now?
Oh my god.
So petty.
She's so unwilling to go back to that.
Each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned is fuzzy.
Oh no. We
I
think we've just reawakened a beast.
almost like she still hates us. It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Oh my
She's
god.
trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see.
Do we look at it?
I think you already know you have to look at it. Everyone's pulling in different directions, but that feeling doesn't have a motive, it just exists. Maybe we should look at it.
Gaze at the hatred in your heart. Bury it now, before it is too late. You sound like a cougar? I mean, that's a bunch of roots, honestly. I want to look at it. I just want to see what'll happen.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but
Oh no.
we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me. What were we thinking? Giving into absolute madness. We exist. We're real. We're separate from her. Of course we are. What are we? I can't remember.
Okay, Blur, if FX is calling you out for something you said, I think that's a sign.
I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel
I feel like we
it
picked a
mattered.
really bad decision.
And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too.
Alright.
You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. And you can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Oh.
Maybe bygones can't
Oh,
be
God.
bygones.
Oh, dear
I don't
God.
know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better. Finally, I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some
divisions,
tears
like
can never be mended.
can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Hey guys, welcome back to the
The
cafe.
cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
If she has imposter syndrome, true. You know something.
And then you
Oh
find
my God.
yourself blade in hand, exactly where you need
Oh my gosh, he's just a tree.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
You handled this completely reverse of how I did. You know something? If I wasn't like, hey, if I wasn't like, what does this button do? I would have definitely I would have been like completely content with where we were, because this is like kind of the end goal-ish. Based on other playthroughs, it feels like this is kind of the end goal-ish. But this is just fun. But doing this is just funny.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
I don't like this. What he wants us to do. It's just cruel. It feels like we'd be killing a part of ourselves. Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
True.
Do we have to do this?
No, not really.
You have to. You know you have to.
I mean, we'd be killing a part of ourselves. That would suck. His name is free. You know, he has no clue what he was talking about. That is FX, though. That's FX's Twitch account. We can cut her free. Never wanted to kill you. Not really. We can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us.
Devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
1v1 me then.
He's not in our head anymore, at least not like before. I don't think he can stop us now. I'm not bluffing. You won't be so smug when it happens. He's weak. Thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like. You're tired, aren't you?
I don't think she's living anyway. She's very stuck to the tree. I don't know how cutting a tree would do.
No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. Cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that. After everything.
Oh my god.
It's so cold without you.
Oh my god. That was... if I weren't on stream, I probably would have done like a different option. But like, geez, that was mortifying.
She's gone. Where did she go?
And we're back here.
Should we try and find her?
A few blocks are like 200. Yeah, I'm not. Is this a Fortnite reference? I don't like.
Is that a...
I don't enjoy Fortnite.
Why is it here? Why now?
Let's just go. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's calling us. And not in a good way. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Let's gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Is this the worst spawn button? I guess you could say that, yeah. You have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, a memory of what she used to be, bound to the wounds of distance and time. She will make for a scarred and beautiful heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Has the vessel ever had a narrator?
No, Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm going to kill him.
If he is anything other than us, he isn't worth the effort to destroy. If I did, I would already be awake.
Let's go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark. And you die. Bring the wounded wild tour. What do we have left?
You're
Whatever
on a
entities
path
do we go
in the
for?
woods, and at the
Let's hold on. Let's see if we can find. Where does one thing end and another? Oh, that's interesting. We need to fall to a feral captive. How do we do that? How do we do that? What is a feral captive?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your a warning. She will. We're not going to ignore.
What do we? How do we cause her to be feral?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
How do we force
the only
that?
furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
So do we like?
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh yeah, did you see Ultrico got a graphical update? Oh, I did actually see that. Yeah. Well, yeah. I need to get back on the game. I haven't done a stream on it in like months. Because I still haven't practiced the game. I should really sit down and practice the game at some point because I still remember the Gabriel boss fight, and if Act 2 is harder, then oh dear god. You just burned down a cabin in a local town, which itself a local town versus a witch in there. Okay, slight problem. We did actually try to go back to town. That didn't work out so well.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, I did see the graphical update for Ultrakill. How do we even... Free Princess and I'm honestly... I think we're just gonna click buttons to see what capture... Do this correctly. I think we take the... Somebody tells me I just take the blade here, I'm gonna guess. Look, even if we don't get it right, we still got stage 3s we want to do. We can do other routes of the existing ones because this game is so open-ended, I love it. It'd be fun to revisit a few of the old areas.
Open,
Just see if we
revealing
get...
a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
Just to see how
light
badly
in the
we can
room
screw
below.
things up.
This is an oppressive place. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
I'm gonna be honest, getting her to act feral is one of the first things I did, and yet I don't even remember. Oh god, we might be screwed here.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Bing.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are.
She's
are you
trying
here to kill me or something?
No.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Wait, actually, no, I just remembered. Did I already screw
Killing
up?
someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Feed her rat poison? Oh no, I don't think we have that. Did I screw? I could have just screwed up, and honestly, I don't really care. Let's
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with
You just
an
mess with her?
unceremonious clack.
Yeah.
Thank you. Maybe
Just
now
use
we
the
can
knife to
just
put the butter on the bread.
talk.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
She hesitates before answering.
You're fine for now, I think. I don't know.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
I'm just clicking buttons. I'm just trying to see what's funny.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Feral. I mean, we could just say we've talked enough and see what happens there. We pick up a knife, maybe try to aggress on her, I guess. I don't know. I just don't know. It's such a vague hint. It makes, I mean, it was some on it. I don't know.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I feel like we have to slay her to get this. We have to act a little bit aggressive on this one. Feral is such a... Yeah, I think we have to I think we have to force our hands here. I say slay. I agree. I think we have to.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts
Shit.
as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a
Yeah, I know I
sledgehammer.
screwed up.
You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your
we screwed
body
up.
as many
That's on me.
times or more.
Okay.
Each impact
Let's see where
as
we
heavy as
end
that
up then.
first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
So giving up, we can't just flee lock her in the basement. But I already know that just leads to the Phantom, I think.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath.
Yeah, I think we just had a bit of the adversary. Dang
You
it!
probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle
both.
anyone is still
I want to try
standing.
again. I believe starting without a blade is part of it. At least one way to do it.
Can you not feel all
That's
those
also
ruptured
I guess that is an
organs
option,
dancing
huh?
around in there? If the princess
You can still get her
wasn't
to be
your friend
aggressive
herself,
because the knife gets
internal
dropped down,
bleeding
right?
was certain to finish the job.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm just gonna let this ride.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers
More
a
interesting
heavy
that way.
blow, but you push through the pain,
She used to
falling
medkit.
forward and
God.
sinking your blade deep into the princess's
You're just
heart.
saying stuff, aren't you, at this point, Blair?
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Under, I guess. Yeah, we're back at the adversary. Whoops.
You're on a path in the woods.
I mean, I guess it's an opportunity to see. Let's see. Go back to memories. We can. There's a. You need more space. A narrow cave is no place to fight, and there's no place to stay forever. Is it? It's weird that I think that we can actually get to this form from this one, because the whole point of the adversary is that you both enjoy the thrill of fight, right? The heck is this? One might try to resist the divine, but it's very hard to kill a god. There is no shame in failing. Nature. Break a vicious cycle to fit a harder line. I mean, this is also a very vicious cycle. We could. You don't need the world for your happiness. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So what do we...
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't. If he doesn't remember what happened,
Yeah.
You know I can hear you. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real...
Yeah, we have to go. We have to go for this. Alright, so...
warning. Before you go any further, she will lie. She will...
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what the princess will do and say. What a...
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Give it another shot.
The cabin is the blade.
Let's take the blade and we'll just move in. So we just move in. See if we can talk her into to getting out.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally.
We're entering the
It's been
1v1 arena,
ages
boys.
since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
Fight.
You need to stay focused and keep your wits. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle.
How has it
leading from
already
her
been an
wrist
hour?
to the basement
What happened?
wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall.
Like, I
without
just took a
second
glance
thought.
of a clock. I do that sometimes during the streams when I'm like, I wonder how it's longer so I can gauge it. Oh my god.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife,
Time
too.
just flies, man. It just flies.
Yes.
It does. I know you took like 4 streams. I don't know how long the streams were, but...
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
They varied a bit, but each stream was 1 run. Ah, okay.
Are you really just gonna not say anything to that? If she doesn't want to leave, doesn't this whole situation just work out for everyone?
Yeah.
There's nothing out there for me. The only thing I care about is right here. All I want is to keep knowing what it feels like to kill you and be killed by you. I want to feel that knife split me open. I want to feel your bones snap beneath my fists.
People are into that. That concerns
Princess
me.
speak for herself here. Leaving her in the basement isn't an answer. you have to make a choice.
And there's only one choice worth making. Fight her. Win.
Oh my god. Dude, we could just... What if we're the theme of a stream, we just turn around and leave? We just turn around and leave all the time. Every route we go through. What happens if we just leave? Because it's led to something every time we've just up and left, so, it's not an option. I'm making an option.
This path is already worn by travel, and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Oh, this leads to that leads to the wilds, doesn't it? Dang it! Dang it. Time to free you,
I'm
princess.
sorry, did I hear that right? Did you just say you're going to try and free her?
Yeah.
She doesn't even want to be free.
Yeah.
Exactly. So beyond the apocalyptic moral implications of letting her out, how do we even think that's going to work?
I don't know.
I mean, we have a weapon, right? We could always just cut her out, yeah? While she's trying to kill you.
I mean...
Yeah, why not?
What's the worst that could happen? We've died once before, we can come back again.
And then what? Do you think she'll just follow you out of here?
Narrator, do you think we think that far ahead?
Maybe. I don't know. It's worth a shot, isn't it? No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We're doing it.
Actually, no, you're not. I have a responsibility to the world here, and I'm not just going to let you throw yourself into a scenario where the literal best outcome is the end of everything. Until you come up with any other idea, your body remains standing rigidly in place.
No.
What do you think you're doing? You can't just order our body around like it's some sort of doll.
Watch me. Your left arm lifts towards the ceiling, and your hand
Oh.
twists into an obscene gesture. See? I can make you do whatever I want.
So what? You barely managed to lift our arm.
What are you doing? What is that? Why are you moving so weird?
She sees all.
Princess, taken aback, flashes her own rude gesture in return.
Yeah.
Hey, you, decision maker. I want us to fight her as much as he wants us to kill her, but this is boorish. Just ignore him. If you want to try and free her, I don't think there's much he can do to actually stop you.
Attack the princess, free the princess. Let's free her.
You know what? Fine. Blade in hand, you charge forward to try and free the princess from her bindings.
Finally! I have no idea what you were just doing, but I'm glad it's over.
Slash across her wrist, her elbow comes crashing down on your skull. An unsettling crack echoes in your ears.
Still got our overarm,
It's a
please.
devastating blow. Your body crumples to the floor, limbs suddenly refusing to respond. This might be it.
That's it, huh? You've gotten really soft.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Really? In just one blow?
Yes, it's the adversary.
Yes.
Oh, come on, that's hardly fair. We're not dead. You're just flipping the table over.
It is what it is. You're dead. Finished. Over.
I disagree.
All right, fine. This whole thing's a
Oh, he just gives up?
mess
You gotta be
anyways.
kidding me.
We're better off with a fresh start. I'll see you two next time.
The Eye of Padillo. No
On a
way.
path in the wood. If you weren't so damn focused on freeing her, we wouldn't have died back there.
Hey, we came back to life last time. Come on. Last time we were in this like endless battle. It was cool. All right? Why did we do that again? We could have freed her. You just didn't try hard enough. Which one was this? Oh, that worse. Rose to dwell in caves and meaning lies beyond the shadows dancing on the walls. We could have just... I don't know. We could have freed her. Just get back up, never slash across her wrist, and then she gives chase as we run out the door. That would have been it. But no, the stubborn one has to give up at that exact moment. Great. Anyway, this is not a tree. I don't think these are trees.
You're strong, but you're bullheaded.
This isn't a fight, it's a puzzle. She's stronger than us, but we can use that to our advantage. I hate puzzles.
I've never done a puzzle myself, but anything that doesn't get us beaten to death is good in my book. What do you have in mind?
Same thing as last time, only we'll be smarter about it. We're getting her out of there. After that, we're seeing what happens.
Wait, is Skeptic being based? Let's go.
Are you insane? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If she gets out of here, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Enlighten me then. I have no memory of meeting you, but you've clearly seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here.
Okay, here is a bit of a stretch.
So where does that leave us?
It leaves us exactly where we started, and where I'm sure you've already been before. The princess, left unhindered, will bring about the end of the world. You have to put a stop to her. The only way to do that is to slay her.
Screw it. I'm sick of this smug asshole telling us what to do. If you need help busting her out of there, I'm your man.
Heck yeah.
Welcome aboard. And if things go bad once we get her out of the cabin, well, at least you'll be able to get the fight you wanted.
The rest of you had better keep those two in check. They're far along the edge of a dangerous path. Don't let them go any further.
Nah. We haven't even talked about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence is poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further.
But do we know it's her? For all we know, he's in control, pulling the strings to make us too afraid to do anything but slay her.
For all we know, it could be us making the changes.
Exactly. And at least, as things are now, there's no way for us to know. But the world is clearly not as it seems.
If you question reality itself, there's not much I can offer in the way of persuasion, but do consider that it probably isn't helpful for anyone to doubt the ground they stand on.
Actually, yeah, no, he has a point. You know those cartoons? Let's just go.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
Yeah, we're getting her out of here.
No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now.
I could use a little catharsis.
We should encourage people to scream these games.
There'll be time for that later. For now, you know what you have to do.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
But there's nowhere to go in here. This is just a hallway with a mirror at the end of it.
A mirror? But there isn't a mirror here. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. Does he really not see it?
Or maybe what we see as a mirror, he sees as a door.
It is a door. And before you ask, no, it's not a mirror-shaped door. The object at the end of this room is both door-shaped and a door. There shouldn't be any room for misinterpretation.
Who cares what it is? It's in our way, we should smash it.
True.
Take it.
You take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Wouldn't want to be pushed around without a way to push back. And she likes when we can push back, doesn't she?
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there. It's right in front of you.
I don't think it is, honestly.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open.
I wonder if that
Scraping
does
against the
actually
floor as
affect,
it
like, the
reveals
path. Like, if we
dim
smash
path
through,
ahead.
we smash the mirror or just slide across it. I wonder if that
Before you
does
is what
do
may
stuff.
as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better
Which-
than that.
She hasn't changed as much as she did the time before. She still wants a fight, which means we still know her. We can use that to our advantage.
Yeah. You sure you still want to fight?
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
That might be
This
an
is
issue.
getting us nowhere. Agreed. We'll have to go down there.
Let's go.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. We best remember how to get back up. The last thing we want is to be stuck between a wall and a raging devil. You turn to face
Oh my
what
God.
lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Are we sure? Are we still sure about freeing her? Is that going to be possible in such close quarters? Like, this is...
If we're trying to break her out, I doubt she'll come willingly. We'll have to use ourselves as bait.
See, that's what I was suggesting. He has a tail. He still had a tail last time. I mean, he's always had a tail, but it's just like, I'm pretty sure... Is the tail longer? Is she taller?
I really don't like the sound of this.
Or are we just cowering in fear?
It's the only way to get us both out. And we need to see what happens when she leaves the cabin. You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier because I can't let you do that. I won't. Tough shit. We're the ones in control here.
It's I like how as the paths go on, I think the narrator gets less and less control, and that's somehow just really funny to me.
It's not the... Yeah, doesn't feel nice to be yanked around against your will, does it?
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do.
And I don't really want it.
So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
I don't think we have time. I know a bunch of these are time sensitive, like when the who is it that got bored and killed us? I don't remember which form that was, but so we need somewhere with more space.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you?
Dang it!
You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the
Oh
top.
my god.
Near
Okay.
the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock
Yikes,
at the
that's
cliff face with her
scary.
fingertips in her rapid pursuit.
She's so bloodthirsty in this one. Like, she's just looking for a good fight and adversary, but this one, oh my god.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
You're up to something tricky, aren't you? Your seeds to follow anyway.
We're planning on it. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
You continue to the door. It'd be a real shame if it were stuck.
Don't listen to him. Locks are nothing, just barrel through.
True.
No!
Either die or free here. We could just die here. What would happen if we were to die here? But I'll free her.
Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You bastard.
Oh my god.
Back at the cabin as the princess,
She's the size of a cabin.
Desire to destroy you explodes through the doorway. So, this is what the end looks like.
What is this place? Where are we? This doesn't feel right.
Oh my god. I don't know. You mean it doesn't feel right?
This is just another place. I don't care about places. I only care about you.
Okay.
Is this what you wanted? For me to see this? Fine then. I've seen it. Are you happy? Are you finally going to come back to me? Are we finally going to fight?
She readies her powerful legs to charge you, but then she slumps.
But I don't feel like fighting anymore. I'm cold. It feels like this is where I'm supposed to be, like stepping out of that door was some driving purpose I've long forgotten. But I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. It's cold.
Well, we did it. We got her out. The blind leading the blind. Free someone who doesn't want to be freed. It's just gonna, it's like, ding, ding, ding. Come on, you want to fight? Come get it.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Let's just get going.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into a reflection. Silence as you reach forward. We're gone once again. The mirror always makes him leave, but you need to see what's in it. Or nothing at all. That isn't right. It can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in the shadow, is beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Ah. The crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of glass into... But another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror to jagged shards of broken glass. We could just kill him. Destroy the mirror. I think we've done most of this before. We just break the mirror without asking any questions. An achievement. Great job, me. You don't need answers from the thing that lives in the mirror. You already know what you are. You are for long quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. To the cabin. One last time. Bring the eye of the needle to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. I was wondering what was going to happen. I think she was hungry. She's constantly been hungry.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've honestly forgotten what the long quiet is, but he unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue.
Names Words are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
The thing is, this is, I want to be more proactive for this one, but I guess not.
When the echo spun us from one into two,
What dictates a
he gave
passive
you
proactive
a
player, though?
choice
That's a
and
thing.
me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitude.
So is it like, would like a proactive player like be more aggressive to do more stuff? I guess running away is more passive, huh? I know you've done that a few times.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
If you're always gonna become like this, what's the point of me doing anything? Did it matter what world I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it
Are we
takes to
forcing a
know
boss
me,
fight again?
then so be it.
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run and you run far, and the flesh I hurl at you is answered by the empty air of a place I'd never been. Cold and lonely, but also true. I didn't know what to make of my freedom then, but I know what to make of it now. You challenged me, and by challenging me, you gave me purpose. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
Okay, the thing is, I'm just like, I still don't understand how this boss fight works. I still don't understand. Like, I've been through this before. It's just, what do I pick?
To lose me is to remain the same. What meaning can be taken from a single moment frozen in time?
All conflict is violence. But to remove conflict itself is to remove the textures that define us.
Silence.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose
I don't really have a good
to
argument for this, do I?
leave.
They kind of just did haha funny.
But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back to it? Yeah, sure, why not?
Though that was us before we were us, there is no turning back. For all the echo's delusion, he still managed to reshape reality itself. Though he could not destroy what could not be destroyed. We are intertwined, but we are separate.
Wait, which one is this? Oh, right. The Wraith. This one was rather violent, wasn't it? I just realized. Oh my god. I helped you out of fear, and I'm not afraid of you anymore. This is why I resist you now.
And yet there is no reason to resist me beyond fear and delusion. If you aren't afraid of me,
How does this
why
boss fight
would
work,
you
man?
resist me? Why would you force the rest of the world to resist me too? Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Even when you reduced me to nothing, you could not rid yourself of me, but I was able to rid yourself of you.
You speak of me as if I am a ghost, but I am right in front of you.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. The respite is welcome.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Could just leave. I tried all the different things, but like, yeah, we've done this stuff. I feel we've done this stuff. I just don't know. What if we were to just leave? Through conflict, we carve meaning.
Joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
For yourself. Fall onto yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
You take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts, to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. What do you mean she's Gojo? God, sorry, I just read that. Oh my goodness. Well, I really need to remove Nightbot. I keep forgetting to do that. Anyway, you and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Also, I did read my comment, Connor. What do you mean you did that ending last? I really need to... I need to remove Nightbot out of this one. Like... Well, let's see if that works. Do I have to go back onto... Do I have to, like, go back onto, like, Nightbot and stuff? I mean, what I said? Jeez, man. Alright, then. Soundtrack goes hard, though. Like, it's always just been in the background, so it does fit. It always did, like, do its job. Well, but like, this is a rare chance to go all out, if it did take it. What did Nightbot do? He timed out FX for spamming captions, which is just something I don't agree on. I could probably reconfigure Nightbot. It's just kind of annoying. Also, he's on for like a minute. Nightbot timed me. I just realized it's like for like entire 10 minutes. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm feeling very unintentionally averse to change and slash death. I feel like that's natural. That's natural, honestly. We would love for things to stay static, things to keep going well. But, you know. Sorry, I just got a message that says, how the fuck does gravity work? And oh god. Oh no. Did he break gravity? That's crazy. Anyway. Back to memories. But yeah, being very adverse to death I feel like is a natural thing. Anyway. Something is when you cut something out of you, basically leaves with it. It's something related to the divine, which is probably something related to tower, right? What is this? You don't need a world for your happy ending. We have... We would love for things to just not end, right? I also need to... How do I get FX back? Whoops. I probably need to fix that, don't I? So, how do I... Use a timeout for, let's say, like 10 seconds. Let's say if I do that, right? If I time you out for 10 seconds, that should override the, I should just override and you should be able to be brought back onto YouTube. Sorry about that, man. Skill feature, I guess it. What is their Nick A30 reference? I think it's been like 10 seconds, but... I've been summoned. Welcome back. Welcome back to YouTube chat. Sorry about that. Alright. New game, everybody?
You're on a path you're here.
Let's just speedrun this. We've been through this already. So.
You make
barrel.
The interior blade.
Let's just enter a basement.
The door. Don't let it.
What if I say, hey, I think I'm here to slay you, and then just not bring the knife down? I know we're trying to go for an option, but I think that'd just be funny. You time me out for on YouTube for 10 seconds? That's not how it works. I'm pretty sure you just ban. I think there's a difference between like getting timed out and then getting like outright banned. Like you're just gone, I think.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise.
You
Good
just
luck,
have the wrong
hero.
address.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding
bed,
her
please?
to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful.
I don't know. I
Could
don't
someone
remember
like this
how.
be a threat to anyone? I am begging
There's
you
a whole
to
different
stay
system from
focused.
a timeout
We're
thing.
Not riding on you here.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
I'll see what we can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Eh.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Or like guys get Twin Band. If you, I mean, Con, if you can figure that out, maybe.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the
Yeah,
cell.
Evans locks. Yep.
You make
Nothing
your way to
changes.
the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh, is she gonna gnaw her thing out again?
She barely hesitates
And-
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Watching it in Olive Garden, now I wish I had my earbuds. Hey, get him from whoever's at the Olive Garden, can you go counter some more breadsticks? You'll like those.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm not exactly sure how to get the fair ending. Like, is there anything after the, if we betray her, like... She'll start clawing at us if we can start... Maybe hesitate, but I feel like that would just lead to the tower ending, right? I'm not sure. God, I'm not... I mean, we're trying to click some buttons. Okay. I don't know, free her, I haven't seen her. You can free. I guess we could free her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chain.
I don't think that was right. I don't think we can.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You approach the locked
No.
door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I mean, we've never actually done this, right?
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart, but she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly
I've been
grazing
here
her
before.
backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying
Oh,
to me
right.
this whole
We end up
time?
in the,
I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the... If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality.
This might be something, actually.
I'm sorry, but it's over.
But when you abandon me, I get breadsticks. You abandon me, I get breadsticks from Olive Garden. You gotta fly out to California to steal breadsticks, man.
Everything goes dark.
That's crazy.
And you die.
Oh yeah, we're back at the witch. We screwed up. Let's see if there's anything we can do here, though. If we go back to memories, which is... yeah.
You're here. Oh,
We're back at the witch, which... first time we repeated like a route before here, but I can't figure out the feral thing. I think last time we didn't take the blade, so let's take the blade this time. See if we can do something different here.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The weak starlight from the air smells of her voice.
Something nasty finds its... I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
We could.
No,
Yep.
that's pretty sharp. Call it deductive
We've been here before.
You remember us then? No, I don't. I'm just glad. Is it all about just focus on the... Let's chat her up. Don't talk to her. You're just going to...
Well, I seem to remember...
I think this in both of us will work.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right.
Yeah,
I
let's team
suppose
up.
I
Why
could.
not?
Team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're
I
the
mean, she'll
only
stop us in
one
the
I
back,
have.
right?
Seems to
Maybe
me
it's better
like
getting
she's offering
suffocated.
a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it.
I think by this point it was fairly co-to-princess-averse. I think by this point I don't
you
care.
know what the word mutually means.
I
Because
don't
it
think I'm
sounds to
more
me like
adverse.
she's offering
Maybe
an arrangement
I think
that
I'm
benefits
more
her
okay
and
with
her
killing the
alone.
princess at this point. Like I'm more like back then I'm like, should we kill the princess? I feel like saving the princess would be fun here. Now I'm just like, whatever's funny. This looks like a funny option, sure. I'm very much in that mindset now.
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh. Well, that's
She
interesting.
could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Oh, how we evolved in opposite
This
directions.
is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices,
My
she'll
psyche
find a
unravels
way
the more I
out.
play
Now
these games.
Stop her.
Let's see. I don't want to hurt you, but clear some broken trust. Can I take this as a gesture of my goodwill? We give her a blade. Yeah.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't
Yeah,
just
I
give
know.
it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. I abstain. You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Yeah. This is a democracy. We're giving a blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
Beautiful, I actually want to save you. Just so I know you're probably gonna kill me. We're both scared and we're both hurting.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
Whoops.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You.
The princess seems to tremble. Her
Oh,
smile
oh
fading
no.
quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous
Oh,
eyes
no.
brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And your power switches character. Befriend. What? Wait, have we been?
You're on a
No, we've
path
definitely
in
not.
the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us.
I can't believe she stabbed us. Oh wow, really? Is this a new one? No, I think we've been here before actually. No, we haven't actually. Wait, have we not? Wait, we haven't been here before? Yeah, I don't think we've been here before.
I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be
No
is
way.
fixated on the future.
No way.
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
Actually, I'm curious how the voices Mitten and the Opportunist like interact because I feel like those two could go so well together. I feel like the voices Mitten is like would be like the main brain, maybe like the main brain, like the driving force behind it, and then like the Opportunist is like the guiding force that leads to that. That could be such a funny and cool dynamic.
She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you,
You do not care.
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you?
Such a Casanova.
Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once.
Twice, actually.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
Yeah, I don't care.
Someone's in the know. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
We are even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to cabin. It's
Yes,
1-to-1, boys.
Good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan.
The lead of my head is also always empty.
Trust in what?
But basically, in my brain, there's a random number generator, and basically, if it lands on something, it means it could mean that's funny. It's not. I don't know. Usually the range is pretty low, but when I play these games, it just starts increasing.
The decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself.
There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. You should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
Let's go to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone.
I feel like the hero is just like
You talking about
the most
me?
dynamic out of all the
I have a
voices involved.
position.
Like they're
It's a good one too.
like he's very like hero isn't really like a set like trait, is it? I guess courageous, but like still.
Ignore him. He's just talking for talking's sake. My position.
But I feel
is
like the
only
courageous
one
thing
that
just leaves
matters.
him
The princess
as the
is
most
a threat
dynamic
to
of the
me.
characters'
She's a threat to
voices.
me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
I mean, he also has to be from a writing perspective, right? He's going to be with you throughout every single route in the game, so kind of harder from away.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Wait a minute, there's no knife.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
True.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Yeah, well, we're not supposed to have a lot of thorns and rose bushes and roses, tulips. I don't know. There's a lot of flowers in the building. I think we're already pretty off script anyway.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us her.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side. You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
I still don't know if, like, wiping the mirror
Reach
or,
forward
like...
and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing?
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Let's go.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you.
So is the random number thing like gambling? Oh yeah, probably. I've been affected by gacha games, don't judge me. Anyway, God, imagine trying to use these as instinctively trying to use these as railings. I feel like I would do that.
Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Let's go.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles.
Oh, she does have a knife.
Space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
You're a prison of your own making. I guess I'll leave. I could turn around and leave again. I'm watching because I'm waiting for my self-brother to make his move in a minigame. He's taken 10 minutes so far. I feel bad for you. Anyway, hi. I'm trying to figure out. We could just leave again. You're free if you let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You don't not you. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our
I'm fine with talking.
adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Yeah, I'm aware. I take the blade now.
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon.
And you lost! Dang.
You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
Yeah, okay, Blair, you know what the worst part about like this? This is starting to influence me to like start putting like really dumb edits in my mind. I'm not even gonna like editing stuff. You know those like videos like they show like, oh, it sounds like this ring, ha ha ha. That's now it's playing in my mind. And I don't like that.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
Yeah.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her binding. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed.
Let's cut this open, I guess.
Hear me out. We slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us.
One of us.
That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I just wanted my blade back. You're on your own. Oh my goodness, that just sounds evil. Hey, I don't have the heart to do it. I feel bad.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
I relate. This one especially made me feel so bad for her.
Take the blade.
Yeah.
Thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches.
Something about the endless
Relaxing
cycle of
only
battle. We've been
slightly
through
as
that
the blade
before.
slices into the thick
For this
vegetation
character, I
rather
don't
than
think they
her
deserve
arm.
it.
And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting
Do we have the option to give her back the
and
blade?
stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Aha, yeah.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
The dungeon master is completely depressed.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before
Do we have
the
that option?
moment ends.
We could kiss
Can
her.
we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't
No
want
way.
to throw
No
away a
way,
chance
right?
for a special moment, now would we?
No way they let us do. Hey Anna, welcome to the stream. This is a really weird time for you to be joining stream, but hello.
If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
You have your wings, just fly to one.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her.
The aromantic. It feels like I'm getting that's getting slight vibes of that, you know? Probably wrong, honestly. I feel.
And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you
Dude.
happy now?
This is the greatest love story of all time.
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us?
Just sarcasm. I'm fairly sure I didn't kiss her, so I guess you did deviate me. It was too enticing to pass it up. I don't know what to say.
And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire
He's putting
nor
his soul
the
into it.
oceanic depth
This
of
is
your
peak.
connection.
This is peak.
Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now.
I thought okay, no, he's still okay, he doesn't have the ability to ban people, thank goodness. Anyway. What do you mean chapter 4?
He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
I concur.
I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you.
True love's kiss.
Time for you to damn the
Yes,
whole
sir.
world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine, they're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting, we can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Wait, what? Why do we have the option to step into the thorns? We just...
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
What?
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Yo, is that this game or how? What is this game and how did you find this game? So this is basically this is a game called Slaver Princess. It was a recommendation from my friend to play it. I think. I mean it was that, and also I saw him because since we kind of share the library, I just kind of saw him in the library and thought, hey, that'd be pretty cool to play. And then he played it on his stream, Deadly Emerald. Please check him out. But he played on his stream. I didn't watch any of his streams because I kind of wanted to play for myself. So you'll find it on Steam. It's currently on sale for like $14. Down from 18. Trust me, it's a good deal. But yeah.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
I played it purely based on the fact Markiplier played it more than once. That's fair.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom. Work through some
Hands
issues
clasped,
and learn to trust
two
again.
of you open the door
Turning over a new
and
leaf.
step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
True.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
I always feel bad that this is like the fate of everyone we actually let out or do something with. But, hey.
She's gone. And there's that. Does this mean we won?
Does this mean you won?
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
If it makes it feel any better, I'm typically very frugal of actually buying games. So typically, the only exception for that was like the Bloons. Was like the Bloons DLC, but that was for content.
Something. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? If they think it's bad, I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels... I don't know.
Final. Sorry, I cut you off there. Anyway, you approach the mirror. You gaze in a reflection. Sometimes as you reach forward, you're gone, but the mirror remains. Time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that's empty. It's quiet here. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile
You've been through this
vessel.
before. It's fine. That reminds me, Connor. When's Amori gonna happen? But she's just attacking Andy right now. Will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Just destroy her body, but yeah, nothing happens. Yada yada yada.
There's nowhere for you to be but here. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives.
I've got to ask her what she thought of the vessel. I keep forgetting to do that. It's like one of the,
freedom.
let's say one of the most, I don't know, one of the best dialogue options in this section. I just keep forgetting to do it. Wait, or... Yeah, no, I forgot. I completely forgot. That's on me.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Yep. You college the amount of money you spend on games, no saying I can't. Not saying I can't be talking.
You're here.
I typically try to refrain from spending too much on games. If I had the option to, I'd probably just end up playing free games, or just wait for games to be on sale. Actually, there's a game suggestion I did get that's free. I got it from my friend, so I might play that on stream. I just don't know when. I've got so many things in the backlog that I want to do at this point. Kind of crazy. Let's just keep going.
You make your way a warning. We're not going to ignore.
So, Pharaoh, that's still our main goal here, but again, we're not gonna...
Hello?
This don't.
Just checking
You
it.
are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Yeah, let's talk actually.
Okay.
Why is she so scared? Do we have a knife on her? Huh. I'm curious if like any of these lead to the feral ending. So it's like,
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but Actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Does keeping her locked away just lead to the ever ending? Or like, what if retrieving a blade, examining the chains? Like, I think this just leads to the phantom ending, right?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Let's just like burn questions down, actually. I want to see if what happens.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement
Actually,
and throw away
why
a key
exactly
without
to
there
form the
being
princess?
some sort of an
Like,
explanation.
Was that of the Was that of
You have all the explanation you need.
that person's
You
design,
should
or is
know
it the
better
narrator's
than
design?
trust
Why did
whatever she comes up with.
I'm just left questioning that.
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Princess.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back.
Let's see. I don't know. Can I just retrieve the blade?
Thank you.
Have I
You
tried
turn
that yet?
back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
So, what? You're going to try and kill me? You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead, run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess
what
sat
the-
only a moment ago, there's
Oh, this is
only
new,
a
actually.
severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall.
Oh
She is
no.
nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Hello?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Let's finish
Your
this.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Where?
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Let's see. What the? Investigate the arm.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb.
This is unnerving. Jeez.
A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your
Oh,
shoulders.
God.
The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose
Oh
their grip on
no.
the blade.
What have we done?
It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you. in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
A beast. I think we made her go feral.
You're on a path in the woods. And
Less route of a run, maybe, but
is a cabin.
or less route of
And in
a
the basement
stream, I
of
guess.
that cabin
I gotta do a longer stream.
is a
I gotta
princess.
get myself to do a longer stream of this just to,
You're here to slay her.
because it feels weird starting
If you
starting
don't,
streams in the middle of
It
routes,
will be
right?
the end of the world.
Uh,
I can assure you that if he doesn't remember what happened,
the hunted.
something
This
else
is the
must have
hunted
trapped us
route.
here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing
Oh,
for you to do
God.
right now is
This-
march
I
up
feel
to that
bad.
cabin and slay the princess.
Oh no.
A warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
I wonder when you get the empty cup. It's my favorite chapter 4. The thing is, for some reason, I just haven't been able to get. I haven't really been going for chapter 4s all that often. I've been going for chapter 3s, but that's about
Out
it.
of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of
I wanna
saying
see if we
you should listen to me.
I
and
should
take
like
this
aim for more
seriously.
chapter 4s though. Realistically, do dumb decisions so we get ourselves killed timed. Because I don't know. The common thread of another chapter proceeding is just us dying. So.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'll take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the
Just
table.
because I'm like very
It will be
paranoid
difficult to
about
slay the princess and save the world without a
what the
weapon.
beast is. Into the basement. I'm very paranoid about
The
it.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager.
I'd say eager. Yeah.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit.
Oh.
The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
She's just a princess.
She is certainly not
Yeah.
just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the
Oh,
leaves,
God.
staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
Oh,
A shiver
dear
rushes up
God.
your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Would you hear that clink? We could be like woefully oblivious. Like we could just like. What do we do? Move? Or stand still? What if we stand still? We can move a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Instinct, as you land
Okay.
by a gust of air disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body.
Okay.
The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Jeez, that is such a... Oh, that is a grotesque
Before you
figure.
blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
We just run for the stairs?
She's right there. We have to wait for an opening. That's fair. She'll kill us if we try and run past her.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
Oh,
She's upfront about her
yeah,
intentions.
I agree.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Survive, wait for her to strike, and hit her bad. Play dead. Who did play dead?
We're playing dead. It's
Yeah.
unexpected. It could work. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you collapse to the ground, feigning death. She lands directly on top of you with her full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then...
Full of predator.
silence. Only broken by the sound of your beating heart. It actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead?
Yeah, that was pretty
She
short-sighted.
sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling. They see your heartbeat pulsing in your throat.
Move, now! But it's too
Okay.
late for you to move. Her jaw
Oh.
unhinges, and she swallows you whole. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and
What the
forceful place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface
Oh, she didn't even
impossible to
bite.
grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly
Amateur
at your
move doesn't confirm
surroundings as they
kill.
compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting,
Okay.
then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Oh no.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Oh my god. I see got consumed in a short time. I was gone. I thought playing dead would actually somewhat work.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom.
You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here?
Maybe.
Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that. That is a bad thing to do.
It's also a funny thing to do. Take with a steel claw. Screw you, just... Oh, we could explore. Spit me out or I'll kill myself and nobody gets to leave. Ah, yes, the ultimatum, sure.
I'm so very, very patient. If it takes lives and lives and lives to swallow my way to freedom, then that is what I'll do.
Okay, not as fair as I thought.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
I don't think we can talk our way out of it. We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
What if we dig with a steel claw?
Though you have little room to move, you use what strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it?
We should have started earlier if we wanted to commit to that.
Pulling his hands to bag you, the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
We should have started earlier. We should have. If we wanted to do this, we would have had to start earlier. We probably needed all three, didn't we? Yeah.
You slice again, deeper, rooting through her meat with the tip of your blade, until at last it finds her beating heart. But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul.
If we just
to
cut
breathe,
through all three
and your
times, we would
lungs
have probably lived
mercifully
there.
give out before you have to suffer another burning,
Or at least go there.
liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We're back in the wild.
We are his gaze pushes
Yeah, we're
against
back
her.
here.
No, that's all wrong. That's not... I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very,
Yeah, we're back
very bad.
here.
It wasn't even supposed to reach
I guess
2.
it's the other way back.
If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Oh, isn't that fun? He's upset. Of course I'm upset. The world is at
Wait.
stake here.
Oh, there's different
As I'm
voices
sure you
here.
already know. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have...
The thing that sits beyond our edge
Oh my God.
speaks
Whoops.
his logic into us. He tries to grasp at
I guess it says we're
things
back
that
here. I want to
cannot
try
be
something different.
grasped. He tries to stare.
What if we weren't just to be
with
content
wide
here?
pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye, or with a passing glance?
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
Oh, I like that. I don't feel so small anymore when you put it like that.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way. We're both so much more together than we were apart, and we can be so much more still. Vast, unfathomable.
If you really want to know what happened, we tried playing dead, and she ate us. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Yep.
He doesn't understand. We aren't
I hate the wild
convinced
she yaps
of
too much.
anything, and we aren't
This is
stuck
I don't know. If you,
together.
it's your flares again.
We're one.
I just talked about this the last time we were here
This
by
is how
mid
we're
accident.
supposed
Whoopsies.
to be.
But
Can't you
I do
feel it?
like the foreshadowing here.
Sure, being one with the princess is pretty great, but what can we even do right now? Hope we're not supposed to just passively exist like this. I did not sign up for passive existence when we faked our own death.
We could passively exist.
No, please, anything but that. You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works. The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping. A heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Maybe a little peek wouldn't hurt. Aren't you curious?
We tried that last
I'm
time.
Curious.
We already tried it.
Never mind. If he wants to look, then I don't want to. No, you can't bury that feeling. You can't hide from your past.
We can though.
The past doesn't have to exist. Our freedom is within us. We just have to find it.
Turn inward and find your freedom. Let's commit to it. Glimpse of something bigger. Embrace your
You
transformation.
fall inward into a network of connections too vast for your mind to occupy. Are you a path in the woods? Are you a body? Can you even grasp the fuzziest edges of the shapes that confine you?
We can change to fill them together.
We don't need to be everywhere. We just need to test the boundaries. You'd do best to remember that some wounds will never heal. Some rifts can never be mended. Even in rebirth, some things never come back the same. What is he going on about? What does he know about us? Screw all of this, and screw this guy in particular. Always telling us what we can and can't do. Always going on and on about rules and the fate of the world. I've had enough. You aren't whole. You'll never be whole again. This struggle is meaningless. Whatever you think you're doing, you will fall apart.
I mean,
We don't need to be made whole. All we need to do is find a single corner of his cage and break it.
there is a place you need to be. Just need to find it.
You stretch and search and stretch and search, growing as you decay and decaying as you grow. As you strain beyond your limits, the ground around you becomes dry and unstable and crumbles into nothing beneath you. This place will fall apart before you find its end.
So be it.
This task, whatever it is you think you're doing, is impossible. All he has are words, and words aren't real. We're real. Yeah! Ruin his day.
I can hold us together for a little while longer, so long as you trust me.
I trust.
You won't find anything, if I have to starve you, if I have to sacrifice my world to keep the princess at bay, I'll do it.
I mean, killing her hasn't been a great option, let's be real. But you do find something. It's cold and smooth, and gently buckles and cracks under the pressure of your consciousness flattening against it.
Don't move an inch. Don't grow another blade of grass or harvest the remains of another dying creature so you can expand just that much further. Stop all of this. Right now. I think it's too late for that, mate.
I'm at your side. Shatter it and free us all.
Out of a cage.
No, stop!
Wait, what? But his pleas disappear at the sound of breaking glass. For a moment, you and she gaze through the tiniest hole in the world at the place you need to be.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful. We need to be there. We won't be safe until we are.
No, please don't consume us.
Doesn't look that great.
Oh, come on.
I like it better in here.
Bet it's gone.
Where did it go? Why is everything so cold?
Where are the hands? We never get a chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you. Memory returns. I haven't seen this one yet, so apparently there are 2 chapter 3s from the Beast.
She's gone.
God damn it.
Where did
This
she
is just
go?
locked out of it, everyone.
Should we try and find her?
But the whole thing about this game is that hopefully we end up at chapter 3, because I think there's multiple ways to get into the same chapter 3.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
So what do we look like?
This doesn't feel
We
right.
were
It
too.
feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that. That thing reeks of death.
Voices feel small and distant as you approach. You gaze into a reflection. Silence as you reach forward. Forgotten once again. The mirror always makes him leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. There's multiple ways in to give you different voices from which you can get achievements. Yeah, I did gather. So early in the stream we actually did manage to get into the wild because we were on a different route, right? But we had a different voice of that. Does anyone remember what? I don't know. There's very few people from like back then, but I don't exactly remember what voices we were at when we entered the wild through a different way. I don't remember which way that specifically was, but what is this? What does this iteration of the princess look like? Oh.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Let's see. You have any thoughts on this festival?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
I think we've done all of these dialogue options before. I don't really want to redo this. I think we have time for another. One more attempt down the cabin. So that means we've been through all the chapter 2s.
We will meet again.
So we're in the Network Wild Tour. Yeah.
Your Honor, you're here.
So, what do we have left? All of these. Alright. Linger with your nightmares, something the divine. What would be the divine then? Linger with the night. We can linger with the nightmares, which yeah, shouldn't be harder to get to the nightmare. I think we can just leave her. We can just leave her in there. And there's also a flood of words left unspoken. Which I'm not sure how to get here, but I'm assuming it has to do something with damsel or let's go for the damsel real quick. To see if we can see what happens. Because I think the last time we were at the damsel, I believe yeah, this happened last time, remember? Let's go for the damsel. It shouldn't be that hard to go for. Okay, continue.
You make your way up. A warning. She will not ignore him. The interior blade.
Last one is the true damsel. Don't try to spoil. I'm gonna refrain from spoiling it.
Is
Don't be a stranger.
you walk down. I am.
Let's see what we can do.
Only make.
Thank you.
You're no. You walk up. They're large.
I'm guessing you don't.
Made down.
We've been through this path like a lot, honestly.
Okay.
Upstairs, nothing. There's nothing.
Easier.
I heard the door.
There's a slight pat.
If I could just get out of.
Yeah, she bites her
lifts
throat,
the blade
shears her
from a
flesh.
paw. You won't like.
We can save the princess here.
Fine. Against your back, you cut. The blade is sharp. Her limb. She did know. She smiled. How is she still?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No. We won't. As the prince. Wait. What?
Thankfully, there's no choice time event, so I can probably just keep clicking through all of these. We can warn her.
Stop that.
Some.
Your body lunges forward, but the princess dodges. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you
Wait,
out
so
of
the paths
here
unblocked after you
alive.
get the ending? What do you mean all the paths?
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess.
All the paths you already did. So basically, within your own run, which I'm pretty sure is like 4 or 5 different things, within that specific run, from beginning to the end, I guess, you can't reaccess the same ones in a run. Let's say if we just did the wild, right? We can't reaccess that in this run until we reach the ending, which, and then once that ending is done, we're basically in a new continuity, I guess. Because we're gonna kind of force to hit a new game, because hitting continue which kind of leads to yeah, we just continue back to the cards, I believe. I'm not sure, but yeah. So all the paths in a new game, all of the paths are reopened. Never completely locked out of it. We're never completely locked out of everything. If we really wanted to, we could just start a new game every single time. The slight problem with that is that there's endings that I haven't gone yet. So I kind of want to do those.
She nervously reaches toward.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why it's funny.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust
I don't know
of the
why.
knife,
Just to
your
I'm
legs give out
sorry.
beneath you.
Yeah, she keeps
You
stabbing
collapse
you.
to
It's
the
just
floor,
funny to me for
your
some reason.
blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive.
But she's just like, imagine her just flailing
Princess
around her
stares down
her
your
hands,
wounded
really hoping
chest
that,
as tears
just hating what
cover
she's doing
rivulets
is
of
just,
pink down her blood-spattered
and she doesn't know how to do it effectively. It's just panic.
It can't just end like
Fear.
this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Back in the damsel, everybody. Should be the last one of the should be the last
You're
one of
on a
today.
path in the woods. You're here.
Why I see your
My
tricks?
Tricks? What on earth if he doesn't remember what happened?
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Alright, I just really like this
so
interaction.
all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
They never actually name us, actually. I just realized. Like, they never, like, we're considered part of a group, right? Like, he's like, hero, smitten, princess, and then, I don't know what I mean, I guess we're along quiet, but like, do they know that? Like, what do they call us throughout the game? What if they avoided the entire time? You
What
bastards.
can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Actually, now I'm curious. What if we did a run where we just kind of got consumed all the time? Where we just turned back and left. Oh, we can't do that, can we?
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
We always turn
It's
back.
your lies that can't
Is that,
be trusted.
does the game allow us to do that, or
Her
just
beauty
force
is
us into
the
that?
only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Now I'm being reminded when Gray was. You remember during the Jackbox stream and Gray got the knight, I guess the knight title, and then he just like did that bit.
Sure.
I'm just being reminded of that now.
Passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The blade is your implement.
Let's just enter. Be nice.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Ah, can it?
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely
I know
even
it's part of
the
a kiss
princess.
a few runs ago,
We
but
can
come
still
on,
do right
man.
by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you
There's
think
never
she
any
has
true
someone
perfect
like him
people.
telling her what to do?
If they are perfect, then oh god, run.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those
How
chains.
often do I actually end up
Good
killing
luck
a
with
princess
that.
in like an act 2 or 3?
Don't
I don't
you
even know.
see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here.
How often do
You
I
can't
do
just
that?
Slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in fact.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Facts and logic.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill
We don't have a
her?
knife this
I
time.
would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings.
Ah.
And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the
Oh.
princess and gingerly
I forgot about
slide
that.
her
Yeah,
hand
no, we
from
just let her free. Okay.
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
What?
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Wait, so how do we do this actually?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism.
I know,
of
like
someone
keep
who has
if you
never
keep
felt
asking, it
love
just leads to
in
the
his
end.
heart.
It just leads to an ending. So I want to avoid that.
Don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
How do we get her to stay here? I don't think. Hold on. I think we have to keep going
I just want to
through.
make you happy.
She can't just.
Oh,
want to
it's like
make us
closing it.
happy.
It makes sense to me.
On. Shoot. I don't think we can. We just kind of have to leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through.
Because I
your
feel like I
fingers
just
as
felt
they
myself going
intertwine
into
with
the same ending. I was just
We
like,
have
no,
each other.
no, I'm not doing
we
that again.
don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs.
I think I screwed up.
hand
I think we just
in
lead. This just leads to the end. It just leads to
Look at the way she's
escape.
smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about it. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He
Really doesn't understand.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I can't think of God for opening the door by yourself.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks,
Whoops.
and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs. The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to
Oh
do
my
the
God,
right
right.
thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Not doing that. We could.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Nah.
You're
I
taking
want to torture the
every
narrator.
opportunity you can to draw
But
out the end
I've been
of the
doing it
world
the
and
entire
make me
playthrough and I
suffer.
still enjoy it.
I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay
Actually,
here?
true, yeah.
Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
Is it weird if I felt the mic quality of the voice change? All we need. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Yeah.
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need is each other. That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it?
This route is basically true of a narrator group.
Did
True.
you suggest that? I wasn't.
I don't
listening.
like crows.
You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait.
What?
Why would she say that? Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love?
Am I sensing
Not enough,
insecurity from the smitten?
She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
You just have to want it.
But we would have to be here forever.
I mean,
I don't know you. This is really what you want, though, isn't it?
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
She doesn't seem happy about this. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
are we merely just a mean? So does that mean we've just merely been a means to
I
an
don't
end for
know.
her?
She has a point.
Oh,
She doesn't know us.
yeah.
No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess.
Oh
if we just
no,
say the
I'm
right things.
smitten. Don't do this.
If we just... As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
No, smitten. What are you doing?
Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing?
No.
We can't see unless you tell us.
Here are you, dense motherfucker.
Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest,
Oh.
grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider. And yet, it's done.
Yonder vibes.
Isn't it?
I'm down. You know what?
It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Well. What? Epilogue?
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
I'm sorry, epilogue? No way.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of the opening monologue yet.
No, what the...
We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know.
This is
what
a
I'm talking
chapel.
about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Now, he's clearly disorientated. I'm sure all this new info is going to come as quite a shock to him.
Oh, thank God there's no
Best
knife.
if we're gentle. And right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! Thank you. I'm
No
just happy
way.
to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
Yeah.
Well, we know that now, thanks to you. We're all so lucky to be stuck with, working with someone so well-informed. You can count on us to do things right from here on out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm going to describe the room now.
Yeah, sure.
The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it this time. Does it matter who blades you? We didn't use it last time. The time before that she used to kill us. Wait, hey, where's the voice? Wait, oh wait, this minute's not here. Why is he not here? What? You can also turn around and leave. That's boring.
Yeah, he was a bit of a loud one, wasn't he? Is he okay? We're better off without him, if you ask me. One less opinion we have to contend with.
He was a funny guy.
He's the one who got us into this whole mess. Is that so? Maybe there is hope for you after all, free from the bad influence of your missing friend.
We've never had a voice actually get removed from an ending before. That's interesting.
Now that is some fine reasoning. Who cares about the blade? I think you're right. We're better off without it. It's not like it's ever been important.
Yeah.
Of course, the blade's important. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. The fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Why is the only other option to turn around and leave?
What is there to say about it? It's a mirror. Is this some sort of a bit? There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement. Oh, my
He
bad.
desperately wants there to be.
I haven't been talking about it. I see it. Good for you, buddy. You've got a sharp set of eyes on you. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How
Okay, my
about
brain shut
you
down.
walk
I just
over
realized,
there?
yeah, we can just walk in the mirror, it's fine.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the
My
door.
brain
to the
was in
basement.
Act 2 mode for some reason.
Is this
Don't worry
where
about
that
it.
supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. It's gone. I'm just glad we can all agree on a shared reality. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's
Oh my
fancy
god,
even.
wait.
I have to say,
Wait, the
whatever
narrator's
you
been
did in your
converted?
previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Don't worry about it, boss. You're doing great. I'm not, but I appreciate the encouragement. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess.
Yeah.
No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
Wait, what?
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. Gotta say, I'm with him on this one, boss. When have nice things ever been a problem? That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Yeah, let's go upstairs. Also,
This hall,
fun
like the one
contrast,
below,
by the way.
is grand and beautiful.
Now we're going up instead of down.
Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the centre of the room. The princess, seated at its far end.
More of a queen now, isn't she?
Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Yeah, that is easy, isn't it? So, where's the rush?
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
What?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Yeah, that's better. What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
True. What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I'd totally forgotten about it.
What do you mean dinner?
Oh, the flames
Okay,
burn
cool.
bright, and a
Thank
shadow
you.
dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
How did she prepare that so fast?
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Yeah.
Am I ever? Look at this spread. It's a feast fit for a king. Yeah. After everything we've been through, we could use a break. More than that, we deserve a break.
Eat.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels.
This is so sweet.
This really is perfect, isn't it?
We spent a lot of time getting tortured in this game, but
It is the best
this is
meal
nice.
you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Oh.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and
What is that
replating.
shadow anyway?
The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. A good meal is still a good meal, and we didn't even have to clear the dishes. I'm happy. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
Oh boy.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. Well, food is food, isn't it? Can't always be amazing. What matters is that we don't have to make it. Getting other people to do the hard work always improves the taste. Does it? Because it seems like the taste is getting worse, and we haven't had to so much as lift a finger.
Momentary stagnation.
Quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good
I
as
think
it
we're
did the
driving
first
to
time.
insanity.
It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast, and again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. Well, it's still free food we didn't have to make, right? Oh, am I kidding? We were eating like kings and now we're eating like pigs. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
Yeah.
I'm so tired of this.
Yeah.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
Oh no.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Not a fan of whatever just happened. I don't want to sit in the dark. Losers sit in the dark. I want to sit in a brightly lit, spacious room where we can see our beautiful, queenly wife. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other three torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Wait. What are we meant to do now? Yeah, I guess I'm losing because it's pretty dark in my shed.
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game.
We'll play Slave of Princess. That'd be a cool game to play.
That's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
Great, we don't even have a rule book. That means we can make up as many rules as we want. And we will. Don't worry, I am excellent at cheating. She'll never suspect a thing.
Of course you
I
are.
don't think it really matters. This all kind of feels like we're just filling time, you know?
I mean, that's just the nature of
What,
things.
you don't want to win? To show our prowess in all avenues and accumulate respect? Wow, you would be hopeless without me. Count your lucky stars I'm here. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
Oh.
And so you start over. She only made us start over because we were winning. Time passes. You play the game. You win.
Yeah.
Boom. And there you have it.
Win the game with the help of a manipulative voice.
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game.
That's...
She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't.
Oh.
The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again.
Oh my goodness. The streaming I see? Yeah. We're in the middle of it. Oh my god, this is gonna take a while.
More pieces are added.
There's gonna be a lot of
Their shapes more
talking in this
intricate,
one.
Their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew.
I mean, there's only so much you can do to shake up a game, right?
And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board.
No.
More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time.
Yeah,
I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter,
Oh,
and the
no.
shadow dances faster.
Do we let this keep going?
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This breaks
This
my
is
heart.
awful. Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together? We just have to stay positive and realize how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're actually happy here.
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
Maybe it's... Yeah, maybe... Okay, maybe having Spin here actually did hurt us.
She's being defensive. And we all know being defensive is a sign of weakness.
I don't know if I want to let the... I kind of want to see what happens if you let the clock run out, but at the same time... I feel bad for putting you in this situation. It's... God. You're supposed to enjoy this moment, right? All of the pieces are meant to be in place. But at the same time, nothing's really changing, is it? It goes against her whole character. The lack of capacity to change, it kind of just eats away at her, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to derive some sort of meaning from this, because it feels like there clearly is something here. It's just... I don't know. Wasn't really that great at English anyway. English classes.
I don't know. But we can't do those other things anymore, can we? Maybe we can just spend time together?
Princess smiles as the two of you wait. Come on. There has to be a way out of this. This can't be the rest of our lives. This can't be forever.
What if we let it be forever?
And wait. What's the big deal? It's nice here. We've got a lot of space, all our needs are met. We have the respect of everyone in the room. And wait. This is what we wanted. This is what we asked for. It's good to be on top of the world. And wait.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh,
Oh no.
no. Oh, no. The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it
Oh, this
goes out?
scares me. Other shadows showing us isn't real. We need to see what happens if we let the... See.
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
We're Cajun here, aren't we?
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its
Oh,
grip
God.
on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
I'm sorry. I want to apologize for that. We've only served a chapter here. We fulfill our selfish desires, huh? What do you think the shower was? It was us. Keeping her here. Right? She's doing all of this for us, right? She wants us to be happy, but you can't push aside herself for so long, right?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
Your fault. We were all just trying to make things work here. It just didn't happen that way. I don't think this is the sort of thing anybody needs to apologize for. Even if we both feel empty. Even if an important...
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me? Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I still care about you, too, so maybe this wasn't all bad. But I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
Yeah.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world? He's right, you know. You're giving us some real mixed signals, boss. Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world. Well, this is less work for us anyways.
Yeah, true.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting.
We defeated the narrator, guys. Game over.
You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he? No boss anymore, no one left to tell us what to do. I guess we'll have to be our own boss then. About time.
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward. And the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Your face, Worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening, until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits, the only tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
The end is never the end, is never the end, the is never the end. Meant it. Share a dance with your happy ending.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about how we tortured her for that last ending. Set her free at least. But I don't know. The cabin. Let's go.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Honestly, it's good. Gotta be. You can't just. I think this one was a little bit of a doormat. I think she finally learned. I think that's the best way to get her to speak for herself, which is nice.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yep. An honest heart. Share your happy ending with her.
You're on a path.
Anyway, I think I'm good here. I feel content with being done with today's stream. I think that's a good place to end it for now. We can leave that flame lit. But yeah, we got more things to do. We're not gonna get all the CGs because I feel like that's a bit much, but you know. Still got more. Yeah, we still got more to do. Thankfully, we've only got most of these, and we can probably work our way through to do just what these are before we can truly be content. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of today's stream. I don't know what we're gonna be doing next. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Maybe it could be Snakebird. It could be something else. I just realized I just hit quit without like actually thinking about what that did. But yeah. I don't know what I want. I don't know what to do, man. I felt very melancholic by the end of that. I don't know. I might just need. I think it's best if I just lay down for a while after that. Say Levy. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Remember next time I'm gonna be live is on Monday, 5 p.m. PST, because remember, it's also every other day, 5 p.m. PST. I guess that's we moved for months. It would feel weird to stop at this point, but yeah. Sorry. Sorry for being a bit down by that. I just felt bad. I just felt bad for her. Anyway, I'm gonna end stream. Have a good night, everybody.